Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your mid-August reading. I'm so excited to look into your energy today for the sun, moon, and rising signs of Scorpio. Remember that these energies can be reversed, so assign the roles as you please. If the reading does not resonate with you, just stick around because there may be something in the reading that you need to hear. Also, it may mean that may not be picking up on your specific energy at the time, but these messages are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you were brought to this reading, whether it was the day it was recorded or a month from now or even a year from now. There's something in it for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's figure out what's going on for the month of August in the mid-month. If you haven't seen the actual August video, it'll be in the link in the description box down below. I'm only accepting the highest and best truth for the highest and best good of the Scorpio collective, bringing forth the most accurate answers. And I'm so excited to see. I know there's been lots of changes for a lot of people, so especially Scorpios. So I'm curious to see what's going on in your guys' world here. All right. Okay, so we have you, the next step. What's in your way, the obstacle in your way, the strength, and the outcome. The overall energy is this Hierophant, so following the higher self, following their highest guide, following your intuition for what the next step is for you, because you've had a Tower moment that has started a new beginning for you. It is a new beginning based around not looking at the things that you don't have, but to turn around and start looking at the things that you do have. Which was wrapped up in some toxic devil energy that now you have finally released because you have had the Tower moment. So that's awesome. Okay, so that is what is happening in the overall energy for the month. Some of you guys have already had your Tower moment. Some of you guys haven't had it yet. Some of you guys won't have it until September. It really depends on the energy and what's happening in your life and what's manifesting already. But it does have to do with your higher purpose, your higher self, and getting rid of the old energy that's been holding you back, which is this negative energy of focusing on the things that are not working for you instead of focusing on the things that we do have, and releasing out some toxic devil energy. All right, so let's look at what the you energy now is, that you are the King of Wands. So you have the energy of the King of Wands, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. The King of Wands is a very honorable person. So you're living in your truth now, okay? You're starting to see that there's maybe a different, maybe business or career aspect for you to go into. You're feeling very, very wise and more open to yourself. And so you're feeling like you've done a lot of communication with self and you've expressed yourself well and you're starting to free yourself a lot more. And this is opening up some doors for you. And then also the you is going to be wanting to communicate with things that either you need to let go or communicate with things that are moving you in the right direction, which is more towards your higher purpose and your higher self. The next step for you is the same thing, following your intuition and making sure that you are following your intuition, following the light instead of the darkness. And so there's been a lot of moving around from the darkness and letting the darkness go and seeing the darkness for what it is and all of those things. And now that the darkness, you have identified your darkness, now you're able to see where the light is and you're able to see where you're going to go and why you have been put on the path that you've been on thus far and where that's going to take you. The obstacle in your way is that you are looking for something that's really dependable and protective and very secure and genuine. And so it may feel like you've been consistently sewing stuff for a really long time, and there's still some, even though you have, there's some fear maybe around moving to the next step. The obstacle may be that money wouldn't be coming in as fast as you would like it to come in, and so that's a little scary for you as well. You kind of would like the money to come in a little bit quicker, so sometimes people go and get those steady jobs because those are the ones that bring in the money the fastest instead of the things that actually are in line with their higher self and their higher spirit. But this is what's getting in your way is it's consistent sewing, and that to you feels like it's taking a really long time. But what is the strength that you have? The strength is that because you have been able to see the deception and the lies and the toxic energy and all of those things, it really has opened you up to a lot more opportunities than you had in the past. The doors weren't open because you were still stuck in the negativity of some of the energy that you may not have recognized. And so that's what the strength is that now you're able to see it for what it is. You don't get so angry about it. It's kind of like, yeah, I see that. It totally sucks. And what am I going to do about it that I've learned spiritually so far? What can I do to move forward and manifest something better than what this was? But being able to see that is actually a strength, because there are no more secrets. There are no more things in your way. Okay, so this is really good. I like that. Oops. And then the last thing is your outcome. And the final outcome is to free yourself. It's freeing yourself. It's freeing your mind, your body, and your spirit. You're going to be able to express yourself and take leaps of faith that you never wanted, that you were afraid to take before. So the fear factor is going to be gone. Because with this energy right here, there's a lot of fear. Okay, it's a lot of entrapment. And yeah, and then this is actually going to free you up a lot more than ever has been. So let me see if there's anything that I want to clarify here, because this is a pretty straightforward, like Sagittarius as well. That reading was very straightforward. It was only like 9 minutes. This feels like it's only been like 2 minutes. So let's figure out what's going on here. One more time. Let's make sure that I got everything right. So we're moving into your higher purpose. You're following your higher self. With that, you're going to have some tower moments that you're going to want to look at the negative, but we're teaching, the Spirit is trying to teach you to look at the positive instead of the negative, because the devil has trapped you so much in your life that you didn't know that you didn't have, how are they putting that? You felt like this was the only option, was to look at the things that go wrong, because there had been so many things that went wrong in your life that it was like, okay, well, I guess this is going to go wrong too. So it was like this habit of just focusing in on what goes wrong instead of what could go right. And then that you're in some good energy for that, because you do have the King of Wands, which is very beautiful as well. And it just means that you're going to be more self-aware, really. I mean, more self-aware of what you want, what you need, and how to fix things, like how to move forward in things. It's going to be like, this is truth also, like communication and truth and stuff. And the next step would be to follow the light, just like you're doing. And then what's in your way is that you feel like you've just been doing it for so long, like how much more do I need to do? And it's a little frustrating. It's okay, because what your strength is now, you can see the deception and you can move on, because once you're aware, then you can make better choices. So this is all about being able to make better choices, because you're aware of things that you weren't aware of before, and you can put a name to it. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, okay, I never knew what that was. All I knew what that is, I had a feeling inside me, but I didn't know what it was. Oh, that's what it's called. Let me do some research on that. You do research on it. It's like, okay, each time you do research, it's actually going to free you up more and more and more. Okay. All right. So that was it's still really straightforward. So let's see if we can get some advice cards. I'm not feeling like this is a love reading. This feels like a little like life path reading. When all I had gotten in the past couple of weeks was love for like the whole month. And not everybody's into love right now, but they've had so many relationship issues and so many relationship problems. But sometimes it's not about romance. Sometimes it's about just, some of you guys, it was your parents. Some of you guys, it was a brother or a sister. A couple of things that you need to know is that you are good enough. So as you move through this, if you start to feel any kind of feelings that you're not good enough, or your self-worth starts to struggle, just remember that, God is trying to tell you that you are good enough, and the conclusions that you're looking for are really close. So even though it feels like you're going so slow and it's taking forever, it's really not. You're a lot closer than you think you are, okay? So maybe you've done like 40% of work and you still have 60% to go, or maybe you've done 60% of work and you still have 40% to go, or something like that. That's kind of if you had to put it in logical terms, that's basically the way they're trying to help me explain it. There are going to be adjustments that need to be required. That means that you are going to be, as you see deception, or you see maybe something that you're doing or something that somebody else is doing, then we've got to look at that and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is how I want to respond. This is what they're doing. What's the choice that I would normally make? Okay, let's make a different choice. So it's like stepping out of yourself and seeing it with with awareness eyes, the eyes of awareness, and then making a totally different choice. So there is a win-win outcome for this situation. So lucky for you, everything's going to work out just fine, as long as you are honing into the things and the deception and the things that have been holding you back. And just in case this, because I didn't say anything about love, and a lot of you guys are interested in love too. There's, some of you guys aren't, some of you guys are. Let's see if we have anything going on in the love sector for you guys. Let's pull some love cards. And I might even pull some outcome cards. Let's see. Or let's see. We'll just see. Okay, for those of you who are interested in love, and this is a love romantic situation where we had a lot of deception, let's find out what's going on. Okay, this is beautiful. Okay, so if it is concerning love, if you guys are looking at this and you're like, oh, that's exactly what's happening in my love life. One more time, they're saying you deserve love. You are good enough. This is something that you deserve. This is something that you can do. Trust the situation. It's calling you to have some faith and trust in what is happening here because it's taking so slow and you've seen such deception. It's kind of like, well, what am I going to do about it now? Because you have new love coming in, new romantic feelings coming in. That doesn't mean that there's a new party coming in. We can be in a relationship and someone have newness and new feelings in that relationship based on their own healing. So, but it could be for those of you, because there's a lot of people, a lot of Scorpios in the world, it could be new love, actual new love coming in. You just have to feel within your intuition and see which one resonates with you the most. Is it a lover you have right now, or is it a lover that's coming in, or is it both? Sometimes you have more than one person. Sometimes your lover that you're with right now, you guys are having a great time, and then all of a sudden, boom, another lover comes in. So it's like, we don't really know, right? All right, so I wanted to do these ones real quick. Yeah, let's find out some questions that we can ask ourselves as we move forward. And I just want to know, like, what Scorpio, some good questions for Scorpio to help them through. Because they're going to their higher purpose and their higher self. And some of you guys are changing jobs and you're changing careers. Some of you guys are changing lovers. Whatever it is what you're changing in life is what you're supposed to be changing in life right now, because you're just following what you know is good for you. Okay. All right. So, let's see what we have here. So we have food. What is no longer sustaining you in real life? That would be the devil energy, right? And where do you see yourself in the food chain? These people, the devil energy, thought that you were lower on the food chain. Where do you see yourself? And is your life abundant, or are you lacking in any area? All right, well, that's good. The other one is animals. Do you feel stifled? Is your situation making you feel caged or unhindered? Would you like to take some new risks? So that's interesting. And then flying and falling is the other one. What do you need to be free of? Are you ready to take a risk or fly solo? And what do you need to feel empowered? That's kind of the same thing as this animal, right? Those are very similar questions. So it seems to me it's honing into yourself and saying, what would make you really fulfill your higher purpose? What would your higher purpose be? Now, sometimes we go to readers to find out what our higher purpose is. Sometimes there's people who can look in our Akashic records. They can talk about our past lives. They could talk about this life that we said that we're going to be in today and what we're going to do. I mean, that's why I'm reading cards, because I've gone to people and they're like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And I'm like, really? Because I don't even know how to do that. And they're like, yeah, well. So sometimes we go to other people and you got to step out of your comfort zone. So, it is really fulfilling. So whatever you decide you're going to do, I'm super excited for you. So if you like this reading, you're entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And Scorpio, good luck to you. I'm super excited. Let me know how it goes. Bye.